Good evening, folks. It is the 12th of May, 2021, and I'm wanting to give you a quick review of this game, which is Silo 14 by Centurion Games, right? Played this game quite a bit now, and the play is a very simple game, right? The situation is that a general, typical 80s situation, early to mid 80s situation, that a general has gone rogue and he has trying to start World War III by launching a ICBM, right? And I guess launching it at Russia, obviously. It doesn't spell that out, but I mean, I'm assuming that's what we're doing here. And so you got a commando force of 10 commandos that's going to have to stop him because he's gone rogue. Not only he's gone rogue, but evidently his officers and even enlisted men aren't living up to their oaths. And they are following him rogue, right? So, the idea is it's 100 seconds in time. You got 100 seconds to stop them, and you start off with you got 3 defenders in the control room. What you got to do, you've got to breach, and you're going to breach from one of these areas, okay? And you're going to bring your guys in, 10 men, and you're going to bring them in and going to move while other defenders come at you. They kind of spawn, if you will, video game style. They appear sort of like that, all right? So, in most of everything, most of what you're going to do when you start a turn, let's see here. Let's go and see if I can find the sequence of play, and we can follow it just really quick. Sequence of play. Game turn sequence of play. Automatic silo defender activation phase. Now all you're going to do there, you got these numbers here. Is roll 2 dice. That's the dice that come with the game. That's a 12. Not the dice I used to play, but it's the dice that came with it. So it's a 12. So another defender is going to show up 12 there inside of a room, right? Then it's going to go, and these guys never move until you breach the room, because you're going to bring you're going to bring C4 in there. You're going to have to blow a door to enter the room, okay? So it gives you there. Then he's going to give you where's it at? Did I have a sequence of play? Did I just not? Yeah, I just turned the page like, all right. And then demolition. Going to go to the demolition charge detonation phase. You're not going to do nothing there because you have to. That phase takes part early in the turn, but it takes part once the demo guy gets there, right? So nothing. You're going to do nothing there. There's no charge. Guys aren't even entering silo yet. Silo defender reaction phase, right? This has got 2 tables. It's the initial reaction table and a secondary reaction table. The initial reaction table come into play when line of sight is brought in between one of my commandos and one of the defenders, right? So since it's not done anything, all you're going to do, since there's no line of sight or anything, you're going to roll in the secondary table. You roll a 5. All right. Secondary table, roll a 5, and it's a move. Where's the secondary table? The MF there is a move. Now, there are some holes in the rules, so I take it as you're going to move toward the breach, obviously, right? And he's got 10 action points. Okay, and that's what a lot of this is going to play by those action points or movement points. That's not the rifle combat. That's the CRT. This is the, and here it is. Here's your costs. Enter a hall squares 1. Enter room squares 2. Enter stairway squares 3. Enter smoke square. You can't pop smoke in this. It's tactical in that way. And also line of sight comes into play, right? Fall prone. It's giving you moves, right? Set demolition charge. That's 8 right there. So he's going to move, and he's going to move toward the breach. And I'd say I breached here. That's where we're saying I breached. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's coming down the stairs because he's going to come to the first level. That's what he's going to do, right? So my guys show up with, it'll be the next phase. What's that? What do they call it here? Commando reaction phase. So bring my commandos in. Like I said, you got 10 of them. You move them. So if I bring them in, it takes 2 to come through the breach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. It looks like there's line of sight, but he's in a stairwell and he's coming down, so there's no line of sight there. So I'm going to move all my guys. You can move. I'll move the other one. I'll move a couple more. You can stack 4. It's a stacking limit here. Okay. So I'll bring them all down that hallway, supposedly. Then I would bring some other ones. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'd bring 4 more up here on the second level. All right, bringing them up there. And then I'll bring a couple. Let's see, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, bring a couple. Hang them out here. Say I was going to do that. And that would be my turn. No combat because he's start of the next turn. I'm going to. It's a 7. Another guy is going to activate here, right? Defender, and it's going to start all over, right? And combat is kind of interesting because, say, the defender here, and the commando, bam, comes there. Line of sight, right? Soon as he's, well, no matter how many action points you got, because you're going to have to use action points to fire too. As soon as you get to the line of sight, you're going to stop, right? And you're going to stop and you're going to dice. So I dice and I get a 4, and he dice. I dice for him to get 2. So I've got I'm going to dice off for initiative. So I would have initiative, and then I would just roll on the. I could move, I guess, but so I'd roll on combat, right? Which would be, if I was going to roll combat, rifle combat, that'd be a 1 wound. If he was prone, it would be 3 wounds, okay? And 4, you can have up to 4 wounds. After 4 wounds, they're dead. Kind of a deadly game, man. So that's just a quick overview of how you play it. Very simple. Kind of a deadly game. I'll get into that here in a minute. So I'll give it a quick review here. So the review and components. Components are pretty bad. The map, very thin. Almost thinner than like notebook paper, right? That's what you get there. The dust, those are the 2 dust you get there. Tiny functional dust, but that's about all I can say for them. They're small. The counters, their counters are okay. They're, blue 4 and op 4 counters, right? That's it. And very old school in that way. The game itself, what things did I liked about it? Well, I liked several points about this game. This game is very reminiscent of, say, one of the Decision games, a Joe Miranda game, something like that. It's just very quick, very simple game, very easy to get your head around, very easy rules. You learn this game in just a few minutes. They got examples and everything, and there's the rule book's like only 8 pages. And look, you don't even need to read that much to get into the game or really start playing. Not a lot in there. It's a 1 to 4 player game. You can play co-op, which the rules make a little different. There are some differences there. Quick playing game, fun game, fluid game once you understand the rules to get through. Like I said, some things I like about it. The counters, they have named the up 4 and even your guys, they have names on them. I like that. I like making it personal like that, right? If it'll come into, let's see if I get this thing to focus, you can see the name on it. Well, I can't. Wow. Focus, there we go. There's, see there's names on them. So I like that. I like putting names. I like giving a personal touch like that. I like the tactical situation for it, right? You can pop smoke, you can go prone, you can use grenade. They have rules for grenade combat or rifle combat, right? You have actually hand-to-hand combat. You got rules for that. You got, which is the hand-to-hand combat's a little different. That's an interesting one. If you move into the same hex, then you're rolling for how much damage you're doing to each other, right? And like I said, you can have up to 4 wounds. After 4 wounds, you're done. That has some effects. Line of sight plays into it. I do. So on a tactical level, for just a fun, easy little game, it's a good entry tactical game if someone, don't want a lot of rules. It's not a lot of rules. Fluid, fast, plays fast. It's kind of fun. Things I didn't like about it. Well, I always like hexes over squares, but I'll take the squares. The rules, they have some open spots in the rules, but experienced player, even inexperienced player, you can come to the end of those rules. You can go through those rules, and make them make sense. But supposing the rules, and you're not going to get a lot of play out of it, right? You're going to play it 2 or 3 times. You're going to figure it out. It is. You can figure it out. You can win this. Again, it's deadly. You're going to lose. You're going to lose a lot of guys. You're going to kill a lot of guys. So it's a deadly game. You're going to rush headlong in there, and it does take some tactical figuring, man. Which really, you're going to want to pin some guys and move on them. And it's decent. Would I recommend it? If you can get the game for I bought this for under $10, I think. It was cheap. I forgot exactly, but it was cheap. You can get it for under $20. I would say pick it up. It's worth a play. Again, it's just going to be a quick play. You're going to play a couple times, and that's going to be about it. It does remind you of a decision game, folio game, or one of their mini games. That's about what it is. It's about mini game type of a game. So yeah, decent game. It's not bad. BGG has it rated pretty low. It's not as bad as what it's rated as. It's okay. But again, it's an experimental type game. It's going to be, I'd put it up there with some of those decision games. If I was going to give it a score, I would give it a 5.5 or a 6. Very median score, but for what I paid for it, it's decent. And yeah, I would. Well, will I play it again? I might play it again. I might even put it in my bag just to keep with me, so I can travel or something small enough so I can, play it at another time on the road. It's a good road game. It's a good hotel game. If you can, small, easy setup. There's positives and there's negatives. It's all right. So if you can get it for cheap, get it and play it. I'd say you'd have a ball. It's a neat situation. But that's it. That's my review. Done. Y'all have a great week. Stay safe out there. And be good. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.